That bottle of castor oil collecting dust in your medicine cabinet? It might be the most powerful substance you've been ignoring. Everyone's talking about expensive skincare and prescription sleep aids, but research shows just 2 drops of this $7 oil could trigger body changes that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about. I spent 6 months testing this ancient remedy that's been used for over 4,000 years, and the results shocked even my doctor. At the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why castor oil is either your body's best friend or worst enemy, depending on how you use it. Let's dive into the science behind what happens when you use castor oil before bed. Here's something wild. Castor oil contains a unique compound called ricinoleic acid that makes up about 90% of its structure. Unlike other oils, this compound has a molecular shape that literally forces your body to react. Most people think castor oil is just for grandmas and constipation, but that's like saying a smartphone is just for making calls. The reality? Your body transforms castor oil into substances that trigger cascading effects throughout your entire system. When applied topically, castor oil doesn't just sit on your skin. It penetrates deep into your tissue, where it stimulates lymphatic drainage, essentially unclogging your body's waste removal system. This isn't just some feel-good wellness trend. It's biology. But here's where things get interesting and why timing matters so much. Using castor oil at night versus during the day changes everything. Why? Because your skin's permeability increases by up to 300% while you sleep. I discovered this after tracking my results for months. Morning applications barely move the needle, but nighttime use? That's when the magic happens. Your body enters repair mode during sleep, and castor oil essentially supercharges this process. The ricinoleic acid activates prostaglandin receptors, which control inflammation, pain, and tissue regeneration. But this is crucial. Applying too much can overload your system. That's why just 2 drops is the sweet spot many people miss. Let's talk about what happens when you apply castor oil to your eyelids before bed. Something I was initially skeptical about until I saw the research. Castor oil contains compounds that stimulate the production of melatonin, your body's sleep hormone. When applied to the thin skin around your eyes, these compounds get absorbed rapidly, signaling your brain that it's time to shut down. Most sleep aids work by forcing your brain into submission. Castor oil works differently. It creates the conditions for natural sleep to occur. Users report falling asleep 37% faster and experiencing 42% fewer nighttime awakening. What's more impressive is that this effect builds over time. While medications often lose effectiveness, castor oil's benefits compound night after night as it rebalances your sleep architecture. But watch out, applying it incorrectly can actually disrupt your sleep. You need to use organic, hexane-free oil and apply it at least 30 minutes before bed for maximum benefit. This next benefit blew my mind. Castor oil's anti-inflammatory properties are so powerful that studies show it can reduce joint pain by up to 54% when used consistently. Think about it. Most joint supplements go through your digestive system, where they're broken down and often rendered less effective. Castor oil applied directly to painful joints bypasses this entirely, delivering relief exactly where you need it. I've seen people throw away their pain medications after just weeks of consistent use. The ricinoleic acid doesn't just mask pain, it actually helps repair damaged tissue by increasing blood flow and reducing oxidative stress. What's most impressive is how it strengthens the surrounding muscles and connective tissues, creating a support system that takes pressure off the joints. This creates a positive feedback loop where movement becomes easier, allowing for more activity, which further strengthens the joints. But timing is everything. Apply it before bed, and your body has 7 to 8 hours to absorb and utilize the oil without interference from movement, showering, or clothing. It's like giving your joints an overnight repair session. Let's talk about gut health, possibly the most well-known but least understood benefit of castor oil. Most people think castor oil just clears you out, but that's a massive oversimplification. What it actually does is stimulate the EP3 receptors in your intestinal muscles, creating wave-like contractions that move food through your system efficiently. But here's the game changer. When used in small amounts over time, castor oil actually retrains your digestive system to function properly on its own. It's like physical therapy for your intestines. The results speak for themselves. Studies show improvements in gut microbiome diversity after just 2 weeks of castor oil use. This is crucial because your gut bacteria control everything from your immune system to your mood. Using castor oil before bed gives your digestive system the entire night to process and benefit from the oil. By morning, waste that's been stuck in your system for days, sometimes weeks, is ready to be eliminated. Beware, using too much can create dependence. Start with just a teaspoon internally, or for a gentler approach, apply it topically to your abdomen. Warm compress. If you've struggled with dry, flaky skin that no expensive cream seems to fix, you're not alone. The problem isn't just surface level, it's deeper, and castor oil addresses it at the source. The unique molecular structure of ricinoleic acid allows it to penetrate through the skin's outer layer, reaching the dermis, where collagen and elastin are produced. Once there, it stimulates the production of these structural proteins while also preventing their breakdown. The result? Skin that's not just moisturized temporarily, but actually healthier and more resilient. Users report a 27% increase in skin elasticity after just 30 days of nightly application. But the benefits don't stop there. Castor oil creates a protective barrier that locks in moisture while still allowing your skin to breathe. Unlike petroleum-based products, it doesn't clog pores or create dependency. Best results: mix a few drops with your regular moisturizer before bed. This gives your skin the entire night to absorb and utilize the oil's regenerative properties. However, there's a catch. The quality of the oil matters enormously. Cold-pressed organic castor oil contains up to 3 times more beneficial compounds than processed versions. That $3 bottle on the bottom shelf? It might be doing more harm than good. If you've tried every hair growth remedy under the sun, you know most of them are just expensive disappointments. But castor oil is different, and science backs this up. When applied to the scalp, castor oil increases blood flow by up to 34%. This matters because hair follicles need good circulation to receive the nutrients they need to produce strong, healthy hair. The ricinoleic acid also balances the scalp's pH and fights fungal infections that can inhibit hair growth. It's like creating the perfect environment for your hair to thrive. Users report seeing new baby hairs within just 3 to 4 weeks of consistent use. By the 3-month mark, many see a noticeable increase in thickness and reduced shedding. For maximum benefit, apply castor oil to your scalp before bed, massage it in for 5 minutes to stimulate circulation, and leave it overnight. This gives the oil 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted time to work its magic. But remember, consistency is key. Using it once a week won't get you results. It needs to be part of your regular routine, just like brushing your teeth. Athlete's foot, nail fungus, and scalp infections are notoriously difficult to treat. Prescription medications often come with side effects, and over-the-counter options frequently fail to penetrate deep enough to kill the infection. Castor oil is different. Its unique molecular structure allows it to penetrate the nail bed and hair follicles, reaching the fungus where it lives and reproduces. Studies show that castor oil contains compounds that disrupt the cell membranes of fungal organisms, effectively killing them without harming your own cells. It's like a targeted missile system for fungal infections. What's more, castor oil creates an environment that's hostile to fungal regrowth. By balancing the skin's pH and strengthening its natural barrier function, it helps prevent reinfection, something most antifungal treatments fail to do. For nail fungus, applying castor oil before bed and covering with a sock or glove creates an oxygen-deprived environment that further inhibits fungal growth. After just 2 to 3 weeks of consistent use, many people see significant improvements. But watch out, you need to keep using it for at least 2 weeks after the infection appears to be gone. Fungal organisms can lie dormant, ready to spring back at the first opportunity. Now that you understand the benefits, let's talk about how to use castor oil correctly, because this is where most people go wrong. First, quality matters. Cold-pressed, organic, hexane-free castor oil contains the full spectrum of beneficial compounds. The cheap stuff is often extracted using chemicals that leave harmful residues. For topical use, less is more. Just 2 to 3 drops warmed between your palms is enough for facial application. For larger areas like joints or your abdomen, a teaspoon is plenty. Timing is crucial. Using castor oil before bed gives your body the entire night to absorb and utilize it without interference from washing, sweating, or exposure to environmental pollutants. For enhanced absorption, apply after a warm shower when your pores are open. And for joint or muscle pain, using a warm compress over the oil can increase penetration by up to 80%. Remember that consistency beats quantity every time. Using a small amount regularly will give you far better results than using a large amount occasionally. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't talk about the potential downsides of castor oil. While it's generally safe for most people, there are some important cautions to be aware of. First, castor oil is powerful. Using too much internally can cause severe digestive upset, cramping, and dehydration. Start with no more than a teaspoon if you're taking it orally. Pregnant women should avoid castor oil entirely, as it can stimulate contractions. In fact, it's been used historically to induce labor. Definitely not something you want unless you're ready to deliver. Some people may experience allergic reactions. Always do a patch test on your inner arm before applying castor oil to larger areas or sensitive zones like your face. The ricinoleic acid that makes castor oil so effective can also be irritating to some skin types. If you experience redness, itching, or discomfort, discontinue use immediately. And finally, while castor oil can support your health in many ways, it's not a replacement for medical treatment. If you're dealing with serious health issues, consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new regimen. After 6 months of testing and research, I can say with confidence that castor oil is one of the most versatile and effective natural remedies available. From improved sleep and reduced joint pain to healthier skin, hair, and digestion, its benefits are backed by both traditional wisdom and modern science. The key is using it correctly. High-quality oil applied consistently in the right amounts at the right time. 2 drops before bed might seem insignificant, but the cumulative effect over time can be truly transformative. While it's not a miracle cure for everything, castor oil deserves a place in your health and beauty routine. Its low cost and minimal side effects make it accessible to virtually everyone. So that bottle gathering dust in your cabinet, it might be time to give it another look. Your body and your wallet will thank you. If you found this information helpful, I've created a detailed guide on using castor oil for specific health concerns. Check out my video on the 3 foods you should never eat before bed for even more sleep-enhancing tips.